Good afternoon to Dr. Saib and my fellow friends. My name is Luan, and today I am going to present one of the topic in Chapter 8, which is to discuss factors that affects an organization's need for coordination and how integrating mechanisms can be used to coordinate organizational activities. Firstly, integrating activities of organization involve controlling and coordinating the flow of information, resources, and tasks among members, whereas structures serve to segregate organizational members into different work units. Hence, the goal of integration is to coordinate these groups' work, and the needs depends on the operational complexity and level of interdependence among work groups. An organization's many work groups are linked through integrating mechanisms such as MIS, Management Information Systems, licensed personnel, and cross-functional work teams. So, factors that affect an organization's needs for coordination mainly depends on the level of interdependence. Interdependence refers to the degree to which work groups are interrelated, and there are three levels of work group integration, which are pool, sequential, and reciprocal interdependence. First of all, pool interdependence occurs when an organizational units have a common source of resource, but there is no interrelationship with one another as a particular task is formed. For example, a local bank with branch offices spread around the city. Branch managers work independently to achieve their own work groups' goals, which in turn contribute to organization's overall performance. Secondly is the sequential interdependence, which exists when organizational units must coordinate the flow of information, resources, and tasks from one unit to another. It is associated with typical manufacturing assembly line, which the output of one unit become the input of another. The third one is the reciprocal interdependence, which represents the greatest level of interrelatedness between work groups in which the work is passed back and forth between work units. Consider a university system in which students' registration materials must be shuffled from one administrative unit to another and back. The higher the interdependence level of a unit, the greater the needs for coordination. Towards this end, organizations develop integrating mechanisms to support their need for coordination. So, what is an integrating mechanism? They are methods for managing flow of information, resources, and tasks throughout the organization. The first mechanism is the general management system, such as the managerial hierarchy, basic rules and procedures, plans and goals. The main part of the managerial hierarchy is the manager, who is in charge of coordination with internal and external departments of the organization. An example is Steve Jobs, who managed his employees with tight coordination and control. Similarly, organizations develop plans, goals, rules, and procedures to govern members' behavior. Next, information system and lateral relationship are two most common mechanisms for increasing coordination potential both vertically and horizontally within organization. Information system can facilitate the flow of information up and down the traditional chain of command and across organizational units. So nowadays, many multinational companies develop sophisticated management information system to support their global operations. The examples of mechanisms used by organizations are email, teleconferencing, and high-speed data systems. For instance, Walmart is known for having the best information system in the world. So let's hear about how their managers talk about Walmart's information systems.
I think people often don't realize the amount of technology that goes in to Walmart.
You go to Walmart, you think of saving money, you think of a grocery store, but there's more to it than that. There's a science behind it.
We have to be on the cutting edge of technology to grow and continue being the leader in the industry that we are.
ISD is responsible for all aspects of technology. It's the IT function here at Walmart, from in-store systems as well as all of the enterprise operational systems like supply chain, buying, and distributing merchandise. merchandise.
There's a lot of technology involved to even get the product on the shelf at the right time.
You could be developing a technology for a truck that is actually using satellite feeds and weather patterns to make sure we do automatic logistics.
We have a ton of projects that deal with those multi-channel initiatives, things that go between the store and .com interactions.
We know our customers both want to access the Walmart value both online and offline.
We just launched Pick Up Today programs. You can order online and pick up merchandise later that day in the store.
We are looking now at cloud computing. I mean, we have anything from mainframe to Unix to 9 different databases that you can develop.
We're starting to explore more with smartphone apps so that you can just walk into the store and scan a barcode and it gives you the price right there on your phone.
It's a very rich environment to allow me to create new innovations of how you take these components and blend them together to really change the industry.
The technology aspect is what enables the business to grow. And with complexity comes, challenges.
With Walmart being global, we're in several different countries, and often a solution in Great Britain might be different than a solution in Mexico.
And those different markets have different needs, and you're developing systems for those business customers and those associates in multiple markets.
And so when we come together and collaborate on a project, it's everybody throwing ideas out. And that's why we really look for people to come in with fresh ideas and show us what else is out there.
You are asked to participate in strategies that many times are game changers for the company. Things that we are looking to do differently than we've ever done. Or things that will set a new trend for the industry.
It takes a lot to get this ship going in a different direction, and you have to be on the cutting edge of technology.
Although Walmart is not a technology company, but it is a company in which technology is a key enabler of their business strategies. The second important method is to establish lateral relationships for exchanging decision-making information. In general, lateral relationships can be thought of as boundary spanning roles to understand activities of units outside boundaries of one's own work units. It is much more efficient than relying on the vertical flow of information in hierarchical communication. When effective management of multiple interdependent units is critical to an organization's success, it may be appropriate to establish a committee, which is also known as a permanent group, or task force, which is temporary group to facilitate the intergroup communication. When an organization has very high integration needs, it may be appropriate to establish cross-functional work teams, which represent a more aggressive approach to integration in that members from various functional groups are permanently assigned to a team that is given responsibility for completing a particular set of tasks. The third method of integration is to reduce the need for coordination between work groups. In essence, the organization creates slack resources that reduce the work group's interdependence. For example, an organization might establish longer lead times for work to be completed on, or maintain larger inventories to work in progress. Another way is to create work units that have only pool interdependence. Actually, some slack is necessary for smooth function, where a system cannot be specified exactly and have some efficiencies. So, this marks the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.